However, as we are reading through this, we're going to stop and we're going to jot down some notes about what we're reading, and we're also going to do a quick sketch. So this will help us remember what we're reading, so then we can get the big picture later. Okay? So I'm going to read the first part. Just read along. And then we'll stop and I'll show you kind of how I want you to set up the chart. Visual art. During the Harlem Renaissance, visual artists used artistic styles developed in Africa, such as African folk art, as creative inspiration. Ancient Egyptian art was especially influential. Artists often used imagery and iconography associated with this period. For example, mummies appeared in multiple artistic works during this movement. So I'm going to take a moment here and pause. So under big ideas, I'm going to try and ask, okay, what did they want me to know? What was this passage about? So I definitely noticed there was a lot of talk about Egypt. So I'm just going to put Egypt. And again, you don't need big sentences or anything like that, just quick thoughts. I'm also noticing that they're talking a lot about like what the pictures were about. So I'm going to put down pictures. And I'm going to mention icons. And I'm going to mention imagery. Now, what is imagery?
Imagery is like, think of it, is it like imagining something that like is, I'm trying to think, but I think imagery.
Remember, it can also be called sensory detail. So, what are your senses?
That this is back in the old time.
Okay. Here, how about this? Okay. So imagery can also be called sensory detail. What are your 5 senses?
Now,
Got it. So how can that affect the art?
the art by seeing what other person sees. So like maybe when a person thinks about the picture.
Good. And do you think they're just showing what they see, or are they trying to describe?
They're going to try to describe.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do to also help me get this stuck in my head is I'm going to draw a quick picture. Now, I'm not as good of an artist as you, but I will try. And when I think of Egypt, I think of the pyramids. So I'm going to draw a very spastic pyramid, but you will get the idea. Awesome. So for the next part, you want to flip over to the back. You want to read that next section out loud for me.
The most famous American artist is painter Aaron Douglas. Like the Egyptians, he painted geometric and two-dimensional profiles of human figures. His art also typically reflected a strong sense of religious belief. Other not able artist was sculptor Selma Burke. Her sculpture of President Franklin D. Roosevelt became very famous and was later used to model his image on the dime.
Okay, good. So what are some of the things, the big ideas you want to take away from this section? As a big whole, what is this section telling you about?
Telling us about 2 artists that became famous because of what they like painted and like did sculptures about and all that, and how they felt about doing it and all that.
Perfect, now you got it. So I'm just gonna put down here 2 artists. And what did they make? You mentioned they made paintings and what else?
Sculptures.
Perfect. And then just like the other time, I'm going to doodle just a quick picture to help this stick in my head. I'm going to try and imitate that sculpture. I'm going to do a really bad job of it though. Awesome. And then for the last section, what I just want you to do is read it like silently to yourself. When you're done, just you can like lift up your pencil or just give me the old. Just let me know. All right, awesome. So, what is the big picture? What do you think they want you to know?
I think they want me to know that, like, mostly like artists and their art and sculptures or things that like they make that goes into like art museums, and that like how like they go into like exhibits and all that, and like where they are. And
What are they usually called, the places where they have like a bunch of sculptures and art that you can go and see? Starts with an M. Museums. So basically, what would you just put if you could put one word to summarize the big idea? What would you put? They're putting all this art and sculptures where? In museums. Awesome. I'm going to try then to draw my own version of a museum. Right, that's awesome.